everyone, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 11 of Pro Wrestling's Top 50. I'm your host, Travis McNeil, and today we continue our countdown of the top 50 matches of 2020 with match number 40 on our list, which is the G1 Climax Block A tournament match between Kota Ibushi and Minoru Suzuki from the 13th day of the G1 held back on the 10th of October. Now this year's G1 was a little bit different than what we've seen over the past, long as I can remember, as it was held in the fall as opposed to the summer. Also with COVID, quieter crowds that can only clap and things like that. So going into the G1 this year was a little apprehensive because normally it is my favorite time all year to be a wrestling fan because of the absolute amount of high quality matches that we get. I'm thankful to report this year, maybe it wasn't quite the same as we would normally get, but the G1 still definitely delivered, which I was very happy for it and felt like as a wrestling fan I needed. So the overall story arc throughout this year's G1, there were a couple different ones, but surrounding Kota Ibushi having won the G1 the previous year, this year as he attempted to repeat, he decided that he was going to challenge himself and not just win the tournament again, but do so by fighting his opponents in their own style of match. So, rather than try to dictate the pace and style himself, he would meet his opponent in the middle and try to wrestle in a different way for each individual bout. So here, that was exactly the case in his battle with Minoru Suzuki. You know what you're going to get with a Suzuki match, hard strikes, lots of grappling. And that's very much how the beginning portions of this match were. Suzuki tried to bait Ibushi to go to the floor, and with this challenge that Kota had set for himself, he went outside and tried to bring the fight to Suzuki, and that proved to initially be his downfall as Suzuki was able to brutalize him on the floor and take the advantage in the match. So again, just kind of reaffirm that story that they had set up. Again, just really good stuff here. The whole thing felt like a gritty fight. There was a point where Suzuki grabbed a leg lock, and at the same time Ibushi grabbed one, and they were booting each other, in the head, very similar to how, Sting and Ric Flair used to slap each other in a figure four, right? So I thought that was super cool. They did a really good spot where, Ibushi was starting to get frustrated with the style of the match that they were fighting. When he started to get a little bit more aggressive and smack Suzuki around and kick him, and Suzuki just, further teed him off with that, with laughing at him and smiling and sticking his tongue out, in his traditional Minoru Suzuki way. That got to a point, where they both almost lost their minds a little bit, and they were just laughing and smiling as they beat each other senseless, which led to a really cool part where Rocky Romero on the English commentary track coined the phrase stubborn style to describe this match, which I really liked, and I think kind of fits Suzuki's match style in general. There was a great moment where, these guys are trading these, stiff shots and laughing at each other. And Ibushi just, stops smiling, stops laughing, goes completely stoic, and, and comes across as really scary, which is something that Minoru Suzuki generally does. And he flipped that switch and it got a lot more serious. They did a really good finish here where Ibushi went for the Kamigoye. Suzuki countered it into a Boston Crab. Ibushi ended up getting out of that, went for a knee. Suzuki, caught Ibushi's knee, but Ibushi ended up grabbing both of Suzuki's hands, hitting, a brutal knee strike, and then a proper Kamigoye for the finish, which led to an absolutely incredible post-match where you can see in the thumbnail of this video where Suzuki was knocked out with his signature smile on his face, very reminiscent of Raven at WCW Sold Out 1998 when he wrestled Benoit. That's probably the only time you're ever going to hear someone compare Minoru Suzuki to Raven, but it fit both, two of my all-time favorite wrestlers for very different ways. This was a fantastic match. It was as the G1 was wrapping up. Spoiler alert, you're going to see some more G1 matches on this list. But for now, that's all the time we have for today. As always, subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. Please like the video and comment and let me know what you thought. Follow on Twitter and Instagram at Wrestling50. And please join us again tomorrow as we continue to count down Pro Wrestling's Top 50.